team No New Friends this year, 2025. I truly want to just think how God thinks. 20 minutes of working out a day is a stretch for me, unfortunately. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you're here. My name is Scala and I'm a student at Harvard's Graduate School of Design. My channel is all about showing you how I live my life as a student, but also balancing life so we can all try our very, very best to live a good and beautiful life. So I'm so glad that you're here. Today's video is quite exciting because it's a new year. Welcome to 2025. So much has already happened this year. It's like end of January right now for me, and I wanted to show you guys my vision board. I'm actually not a big New Year's resolution kind of person. I'm more of like a, what are our goals? What do I want to achieve? How do I want this year to feel? What do I want it to be? What do I want to accomplish in this year? Funny enough, this actually isn't a vision board for the year. It's a vision board for the next year and a half. I'm currently in my final semester at Harvard, and I'm in a year, I'm probably like mid into a new industry, working maybe a professional job. But I wanted a year and a half so I could be, in the thick of it. Like I've been working for a little bit of time and I kind of know where my head's at. So I kind of want this to be a representation of what, would be accomplished and what would be, the goals pressing forward during that year, within a year and a half. I ended up making this with my boyfriend, which was super fun, and I did a presentation night with my roommates, which was incredible. So I thought it'd actually be fun to just show you guys that presentation that I made while I'm talking through it. So let's begin actually with my word of the year. And my word of the year is listen. You can take this many directions, but I chose a word of the year as something that's been like on my heart for the last few months leading up to 2025, and listen has really been it. It's been listening in terms of like the promptings of the Holy Spirit. I'm Christian. I truly believe that everything I do is through God's hands, and just listening for when he's saying yes and when he's saying no. Also listening for those key markers when I can do something and I can't. I can be someone who does not say no to many things, and I definitely need to, even though the opportunities are so great. And also just listen to people in my everyday life. Like, am I truly listening, or am I listening to just respond back? So listen is a really key word for this year, and I'm very excited and gonna be challenged to dive into that with a lot more intentionality. And I also do a saint of the year. Through my Catholic tradition, we believe in the saints and how they live their life to the extent like Jesus has, and have their eternal reward in heaven. And this year my saint is Saint Teresa of Avila. I started reading her autobiography, The Life of Saint Teresa of Jesus, about 2 years ago, and like completely stopped. I was like kind of getting frustrated with what she was saying, and I just felt this call to like return back to Saint Teresa of Avila and listen to how she shares her faith in such a beautiful way. So yeah, she is my saint of the year. I'm gonna learn a lot about her. I don't know very much. I also might be going to Spain. So Avila, here I come, possibly. That would be really cool if I end the year with that. So those are my word of the year and my saint of the year. And now we can get into this vision board. This is all magazine clippings, glue, and took some scissors to cut them. But yeah, it's all magazine clippings, which I think is really fun and allowed for a lot of like serendipity with what we found for our vision boards. So I have like about 5 parts for my 2025 plus some months vision board, and the first of them is YouTube, or really content creation and branding. My biggest goal is to be consistent, and that's something that I want to do mostly for myself, honestly, to show that I can be consistent, but also because I really enjoy creating beautiful things, and I really enjoy sharing those things with people, and I think YouTube has been such a great place for discourse, so I want to just share my life with you guys and do it more consistently. But at the same time, this is kind of a business for me, and my goal is honestly to be able to build a team and to support myself in other ways that are more systematized. So this YouTube video can be a blog post, that can also be a LinkedIn post, and it becomes like this system or a snippet of my newsletter that supports this YouTube video. So that's a huge, huge goal for me, and maintaining all these various sites can be a lot. So I'm trying to really invigorate myself that this is possible. I can do it. I mean, I'm here. You guys, you can see me. So we're doing something. We're doing good. If you see this video, if it makes a light of day, we're doing a good job. All right, this next one, guys, I think I'm team no new friends this year, 2025. I'm like joking, kind of. I really, this whole thing of, you know, real people, you know, the tape, real people. I have been really craving to I guess to really support the relationships that I already have, mostly because this is my last year, possibly my last year in Boston, and I want to really make sure I'm spending time with my really good friends. And yes, I can always be meeting a lot of new people, but never forgetting to nurture my friendships. And that's why nurture is also in there, to make sure that I'm like really intentional with the people who've been so good to me and supported me throughout my entire years. Yeah, because also being on the online space, friends are great. Online friends are wonderful. You guys are all wonderful. But knowing that I have, you know, family that I'm continuing to message them or call them and be more intentional about that. And I have the Eiffel Tower on here because I really want to take a trip to France. So eventually with my friends, I actually think I have a Rome trip planned up for the Jubilee year in Rome. And again, I mentioned Spain. So trips with friends, trips with family, that would be amazing. Okay, next on here is hobbies. I have a little ukulele, but that's meant to be a guitar. I really want to get back to playing the guitar. I learned in second grade and have never learned how to fingerpick well, so my goal is just to get back into that, maybe play for church, as well as just read. I want to read at least one book a month. I'm giving myself a very low bar here, though that still can be very hard. The biggest hobby goal is to learn Igbo. Like, that is my cultural language, that is my familial, paternal language, and it's always been a goal, and I've always gone back and forth, but I think I need to just like really focus and make that a reality. Next goal is to get a job. Simple, right? Straightforward, very straightforward. I mentioned this in my video all about making the best of your semester. I'm really intentionally networking, looking at LinkedIn, connecting on LinkedIn, and applying so that way I could have a job by the end of the semester. So that's just a huge one. It'll happen, I'm sure. And also build my AI venture. So Fix AI, because I probably mentioned it a couple times now in this channel. And just give it a chance. Like, why not try to start something? It might fail, but I think it's fun. I'm young. My co-founders are young. You can just like go for it. And the last one is to listen to the promptings. And I basically said this in the beginning, but my word of the year is listen, because I truly want to just think how God thinks. Not think how God thinks as if I'm becoming God, but like listen to him telling me and encouraging me to do the right things. And be practical about, you know, I can make a pros and cons list and also surrender that and bring it to the Lord. So that is a huge goal for this year. And I want to give you guys a few resources to make this all a reality. Like, so that way these things on this vision board don't just stay on the vision board, but that you see them in your physical world. I really encourage you to get a calendar, like a Google Calendar, a Notion calendar. ClickUp has been my best friend for videos and organizing what I'm going to be posting when. ClickUp is a really great software, or a really great program also if you just want to like have notes of what you're going to be doing and saying. And for me, going from my YouTube videos to the blog, to the LinkedIn post, to the newsletter, ClickUp has been extremely helpful for me organizing my thoughts in that way. So highly recommend that app. I also have a very physical board that I use to write down my actual goals within these bigger buckets. Let me show you guys. So I call this 35 Glorified, and of course there's a bit of a Christian connotation to it. 35 days, so 5 weeks of setting very realistic, very intentional goals. They could be the smallest things, which just allow it to be so easy for us to say yes to and do those goals that we have. So I've actually put into different buckets of spiritual, physical, professional, and personal. And within them, I have like the most achievable things, like praying my daily rosary, journaling and reading, which I already love to do, as well as a bit more stretches, which are like going to mass or adoration. Physical, guys, 20 minutes of working out a day is a stretch for me, unfortunately. But in the last 2 months, I've done this a few times now, which it's been great. I just switch out the goals. the daily tasks, I've been accomplishing that, like 20 minutes of exercise every single day. I found really fun ways of exercising. So I just recommend something like this, which I have a PDF version that I will also put somewhere here or in the description box for you guys to check out so you can start your own 35 glorified journey. And yeah, very excited for you guys to journey with me on journey with me on this new year through 35 glorified, through your Google Calendar, through whatever you need to do to accomplish these goals. I am so sure that you will in this new year, and I'm here cheering you on. Let me know if you want another video that goes way more into depth about what 35 glorified is for me, or maybe a week in the life of 35 glorified. Wow, I made it 35 glorified because I thought it was so much more fun to say, and it is. I promise you, 35 glorified, 35 glorified, 35 glorified. Yeah, it's pretty fun. So yeah, let me know what else you would like to see from me for productivity tips, or just living a really good and beautiful life, doing your everyday typical things. I'm here cheering you on, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.